Oh, my neck. Oh. There we go. Huh? Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite, or Mite. I am Jim Ross, here with Lois and with Wade Barrett. And today on Dynamite, or Mite, we're going to see Kenny Omega here. Jim Ross says. Yes, we are. Yeah, we are, Lois said. Kenny Omega, who still believes that he is AEW's answer to Roman Reigns. Yeah, that's right, Wade Barrett said. You talk to Kenny Omega and he'll say he's the answer to Roman Reigns, even though he lost all his winnings to being wounded, to Christian Cage, to Adam Page. You know how that goes. Wade Barrett says. Yeah, well, don't let that stop Kenny Omega from running his mouth, Jim Ross says, telling everyone who will listen that one day he's going to be the IW heavyweight fighter again, the AEW heavyweight fighter again. He's going to be the PWG heavyweight fighter again. He's going to be the NJPW heavyweight fighter again. Jim Ross says, well, only time will tell. Lois said if that all happens or not. The only time will tell, Jim Ross says. We know the man who will face Roman Reigns, who will fight Roman Reigns for the world heavyweight winnings. And it will not be Kenny Omega, but it'll be one of his good friends, Adam Cole. Alright, Kenny Omega says. I know that some of you folks... Fuck! I know some of you folks out there probably wonder, just how can I? Well, you wonder just how can I be on the losing end? I mean, I started out as both the AEW heavyweight fighter, the IW heavyweight fighter, the AAA heavyweight fighter, the NJPW heavyweight fighter, and also the AAA heavyweight fighter, and lose it all. Everyone likes to keep on saying, oh, you lost to Christian Cage, you lost to Adam Page. And I was a former TWF heavyweight fighter, a former free-time TWF 24/7 fighter, and after that whole bullshit with Asuka, which hopefully is all in the past now. So today I can get on the winning way again. Today I can get a win that will get me closer to becoming the TWF heavyweight fighter again. I don't mean any shaming here, Adam Cole says, but I was the one who will beat you. I'm the one who got the right to fight Roman Reigns for the TWF heavyweight winnings and world heavyweight winnings, not you. But when I do become the TWF heavyweight fighter and world heavyweight fighter, I will give you a shot. Look, I know the Jackal said things didn't quite go the way he wanted them to go, Kenny. They didn't go the way he wanted them to go, Adam. I know things didn't quite go the way we wanted them to go. We had all these cool things we thought was going to happen. And no, they didn't happen. Alright? And I can forgive all that. So, today, I worked out a deal. You can have someone here today, is you can have someone who's going to, I worked this out. Hopefully this deal is more good than the other deal I got. Yeah. You hope it is a good deal, Astronema says. I mean, you hope it is a great deal. So, if I can even look at you all. So, here today, here's our little deal. You get to go, Oh, why can't get out of the way? Folks can see me. Alright, so here's the deal, Astronomer says. Yeah. You think you want to fight someone here today to get back on your winning ways? Well, here's how I'm going to do it. Today, here on Dynamite, or Might, you can fight Tails or Miles. You can fight the McDonald's Happy Meal toy offshoot of him. If you want, Astronomer says. If you want, Astronomer says. I'll tell you what, Ecliptor goes. This is how it is. Kenny wants a bitch about how everything doesn't work out for him. Well, you want to get back in your winning ways? You get to fight Tails and Miles. The McDonald's Happy Meal one. If that's not to your liking, then that's too bad. Well, see what I told you? You have to trust me with these things. The Jackal says, you're going to beat Miles. It's going to be great. Well, if we can see, it's going to be Kenny Omega taking on Miles or Tails, the McDonald's Happy Meal toy offshoot of him. Oh! And Kenny Omega right now just beating him up right now. Acting like he's the greatest thing out there. Down goes Miles, Jim Ross said. Yeah, things haven't quite gone Kenny Omega's way. Elois said he came into the TWF in November of last year, made all these oaths about how he was going to beat Roman Reigns. He was going to become the world heavyweight fighter. It didn't happen. Yes, he did become the TWF heavyweight fighter by beating Biggie Langston, but he wound up losing to Brock Lesnar. And after he became a free-time TWF 24/7 fighter, that was the end of it. Miles, coming back now. I'll tell you right now something Wade Barrett says. Kenny Omega, he's one of the greatest wrestlers out there. He never wrestled in WWE, and that's why David Meltzer loves him. Oh, because Kenny Omega thinks and this man, I don't care if he lied about being from Dawnland or not, this man's still a great wrestler, Wade Barrett said. He might still be the answer to Roman Reigns one day. Oh. And right now, oh. Miles taking down Kenny Omega, who's now in the bind right now. I'll tell you one thing, Wade Barrett said, Kenny Omega's a great wrestler. Alright? The whole bullshit about him being from the settled land and not from Dawnland, yeah, I don't really care what David Meltzer says about him, but I think he's a great wrestler, too. Oh! And Adam Cole just kicked down Miles from behind, and no one saw that. Wade Barrett said, I was just watching Kenny Omega and Miles or Tails wrestler fight. I didn't get to see Adam Cole do his thing. And now Kenny Omega down on Miles here today. Jim Ross said, kind of sad match we have. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Kenny Omega. So Kenny Omega has beat Tails or Miles here on Dynamite. Or Might here. And I guess that's gonna make everyone believe he's back on his winning ways again, Jim Ross said. At the end of the day, that's just going to take, he's not going to get any more onlook from anyone for doing that. You know. And then he's going to wonder why he doesn't get no onlook, Jim Ross says. Well, I don't really think Kenny Omega or Adam Cole or Nick Buck or Matt Buck or, Kyle O'Reilly or Buddy Fish, I don't really think even Luke Gallows or Cal Anderson. At the end of the day, I don't think they even care about onlook that much. Wade Barrett said, I don't even think it's even a hang up for them. I think in their eyes, a win is a win, and a loss is a loss, and they don't care. least that's my take on them. Wade Barrett says. Well, we do know Jim Ross says that Asuka is the new TWF 24/7 fighter. Dylan did give it up to her yesterday, and we don't know when. We don't know when she is going to be putting that on the going to be putting that on stake, and we don't know when that's going to happen. But now Gorilla Monsoon now is now going to be talking with Miles or Tails. Alright, Miles, Tails, things haven't quite gone the way you want them to go, Gorilla Monsoon says. I mean, you kind of got yourself shamed in some ways. But at the end of the day, you lost to Kenny Omega, but yeah, I lost to Kenny Omega, so I'm not going to let that beat me. I'm not going to let that hold me down. Anyone else losing to Kenny Omega, David Meltzer's beloved wrestler, might put them down, but I don't care. You see, Kenny Omega can talk about how this is the greatest win he's ever had, and then do his Silver Surfer shit that he always does. But at the end of the day, I don't really care. You know, he can call himself the Gatherer, but he hasn't gathered any winnings in some time. You know? So, yeah, I don't really care about losing to you, Kenny Omega. And keep in mind, you only won because of Adam Cole and what he did. You know? So, and then you wonder why no one gives you onlook. It's since of stuff like this. You know? You bitch, you bitch, and you scave, and you shame, and you guilt, and you slight others. And then you wonder why you don't get no onlook. Well, Tails, Miles, I know you're running the TWF didn't quite start out right. You had 2 matches with Roman Reigns, which didn't end very well. A match with Kenny Omega, which didn't end well either. But you're still in a good mindset. Well, Gorilla Monsoon, you have to be in a good mindset. You got to be in a good stand. Because at the end of the day, being in a bad stand or a bad mindset isn't going to help you. See, I know I might be losing now. But who knows? One day in the upcoming, I could be a winner, or a greatest winner, or whatever. I could have a winning of some kind. So, these losses ain't no big deal, because one day I could get some wins, and one day I could become the TWF heavyweight fighter, or the world heavyweight fighter. Well, that's my talk with Tails or Miles. Back to you, Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Miles or Tails here on Dynamite. Or Mike. What the fuck is that? There we go. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Tails or Miles here today on TWF Dynamite or Mike. And we hope that that's all the time we got here for all the time we got here for Dynamite or Mike. I am Jim Ross for E. Lois and Wade Barrett. We hope you like Dynamite or Mike, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact on Access TV or Smash on Inside Farseer.